Well, like many Hollywood stars, Natalie Wood has had her marital ups and downs, and you can probably guess from the title of her latest film, The Last Married Couple in America, that the plot deals with marriage problems. In it, she and George Siegel play a couple who can't decide whether their problems are real or imagined.
But what about you?
That was years ago.
So what?
And you beat the hell out of me.
I slapped you once.
It was damn hard.
Now we're even.
No, we're not. That was different. We weren't getting along then.
No, we weren't, but still.
Anyway, I thought you forgave me about all that.
I did, but I gotta use something.
And I told you about it. At least I felt guilty.
You told me to hurt me.
Yes, that was part of it. But I also wanted to get it off my chest. You said nothing.
Well, I didn't have a chance. It just happened.
Just happened, my ass.
It was an accident.
What? What?
Yes, an accident.
You sleeping with her was an accident?
Yes. Hey, okay. All right, okay. Ow. Okay.
Accident. Accident.
Natalie, you did have your own marriage problems, now happily in the past.
Yeah.
Has this story any parallels with your own experience?
Well, nothing like that scene ever happened. No, I think the only, the funny thing about that particular set is that I used to go to school there. That used to be the Fox lot, which is now Century City, you know, that area. But anyway, no, I think the only parallel is that being married now the second time and being happy and having friends that do break up, and it seems that there is sometimes an epidemic of divorce in America. One does begin to feel sometimes like the last married couple around, you know.
We should make it clear to anybody who doesn't know that, of course, you remarried the second time the same man.
The same man, yes,
Husband.
but after 10 years.
Yes. Now, that particular scene had a marvelous spontaneity about it. Was it all scripted, or a certain amount of ad-lib?
No, it was ad-lib. In the script, I think it just said I slapped him when he told me the thing about it being an accident. And it just seemed we both got caught up in it more, and I happened to have my coat, and I happened to have my purse, and I started kicking him in the shins. So after the first take, I think George put some shin guards on.
Now, it's a very funny film, but there are moments of drama within it, and perhaps a bit of a message. Why is it that so many showbiz families in California go wrong?
Well, it's hard to say. I think the statistic in America isn't just limited to show business. I think out of every 2 marriages, there will be 1 divorce. I mean, that's just the way it is all across the country.
But there must be something about 2 ambitions really struggling within 1 marriage. It just becomes impossible.
Well, yes, I'm sure that's very difficult. I think that it's one has to really want it, for one thing. I mean, you have to both want the same things, and I think there has to be a kind of sorting out of priorities. I think if you are not clear on what's the most important, it's hard. But I think it's very hard logistically too to keep the family together, because it's the kind of work that takes all of us to different places, and if you're trying to keep a family together, it's tough to do it all.
Now, there was a time when actresses were complaining that there weren't very many good parts being written for them anymore. And now, quite suddenly, with films like yours and Kramer versus Kramer,
Yes.
Meryl Streep, there are lots of good parts around. Why has that suddenly happened?
Well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I think things seem to just go in cycles. That could be part of the reason. And also, I think maybe the whole kind of women's movement in America has come to, well, it's had its effect, and it's becoming more effective. And I think maybe the writers, the male writers that were intimidated in the beginning are not any longer. Or perhaps what the women's needs are more clear. And so it's more, well, Kramer versus Kramer is a perfect example, I think, where it's beautifully dramatized.
Well, lots of luck with your new film, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now more news items from London and the South.